So viewers, the message was extremely clear. Operation Sindoor is not over just yet. The action on the battlefield may be halted for the moment, but the diplomatic strikes continue, and India has made sure that it will go to any extent to make the world realize how and why Pakistan's state-sponsored terror is hurting the entire subcontinent, not just India, but the entire region, and why global powers must unite to teach Pakistan a lesson. In fact, sources are telling Times Now that India is now planning to take a team to the United Nations Security Council with the latest evidence of Pakistan's complicity with terrorism. In fact, the UNSCR is going to, the Sanctions Committee will meet next week when India is expected to present evidence on Pakistan's role in aiding terror organizations in their own turf. Remember, the latest evidence that has come in from Pakistan on how it was involved in Pahalgam will be presented to the UNSC. India has pummeled several terror havens, terror bases within Pakistan, including the headquarters. Now look at the areas where India has hit, and there were terror bases, as very clearly explained in the military briefing as well. There are terror camps within Pakistan that have been bombed by India. Now, these were the locations. The first targets of India were very clearly the terror camps, including Bahawalpur, which is known to be the headquarters of the JEM. And these are all headquarters of JEM, of LET, several terror camps, terror training camps, all of them being hit by India. In Murid Ke as well, in Sialkot as well, in Kotli as well as Muzaffarabad. These are the locations that were very clearly picked by India. Terror havens, the terror organizations and their headquarters being targeted and hit by India. Take a look at what was revealed in the press briefing and why this is going to be very significant against Pakistan.
ऑपरेशन सिंदूर कॉन्सेप्चुअलाइज हुआ तो हमारा जो पीछे की कार्रवाई होती है, स्पेड वर्क और टारगेट्स को आइडेंटिफाई और एनालाइज करने की कार्रवाई शुरू हो गई थी। मैंने जब स्टेटमेंट दिया तो मैंने बताया कि बहुत सारे थे, हमने 21 दिखाए होंगे और भी हैं, लेकिन वो लिस्ट फिल्टर करते करते 21 तक पहुंची। जो इंटेलिजेंसीज ने अभी तक असेसमेंट किया है उसमें उन्होंने कहा है कि तकरीबन 100 से ज़्यादा मारे गए हैं।
So viewers, let's talk about what was it that India had intended to do with Operation Sindoor and what we have achieved. What was the military objective and what is it that we have achieved? Take a look at this. The Prime Minister had spoken about Mitti mein mila denge. Now it may have seemed like a political message, but it was far bigger than that. Look at what was achieved. Bahawalpur, Murid Ke, in fact these areas including Muzaffarabad are all terror havens which have been targeted by India. The Indus Water Treaty is linked to cross-border terrorism, so that was the political objective of the same, and Operation Sindoor has delivered it with the treaty in abeyance until cross-border terror ends. Now, ceasefire agreement may be in place, but the decision that was taken by India, including holding the Indus Water Treaty in abeyance, is still continuing. It still continues. There is a psychological objective that was intended to be achieved with the Prime Minister's statement, "Ghar mein ghus ke marenge." That was the pledge that he had taken, that the borders cannot save the terrorists, and that was very clearly achieved with Operation Sindoor. In fact, India struck 10 of the Pakistani Air Force bases as well, including Rawalpindi, which is just about 10 kilometers. The airbase is just about 10 kilometers from the Pakistani Army headquarters. Rawalpindi is where the Army headquarters are. And India has given a very strong message that we will come to the very heart of the problem, to the very heart of terror and strike.
Our fight was neither with the Pakistani military nor with anybody else who's there on the other side. Our fight was with the terrorists. We neutralized the terrorists that we selected to be neutralized, and thereafter we only maintained the air defense posture.
So let's get a better understanding of what the situation is on ground as well. My colleague Yawar Shafi is joining us on the broadcast, and he has been reporting from the day we've been seeing the attacks from Pakistan, the shelling that has continued from the Pakistani side. Yawar, yesterday the situation had returned to some normalcy. What is it like today?
Well, it was largely peaceful, and that's what the army has also confirmed, that there was for the first time over the last 2 weeks there has been no ceasefire violation or any drone activity that were observed along the line of control or international borders. Line and length, we have been witnessing that the recent week was went on very uncertainty that were looming all across, be it in the Jammu or else in the LCs of the Jammu or Kashmir. So somehow we are witnessing that today there is an utmost calm that have been witnessed, and the sense of battleness that has prevailed all across. A message that has been sent loud and clear that if you will hit, we will hit you hard, is somewhere we have been witnessing that no aggression has been taken place from the Pakistani side to today, and eventually this has been for the first time, Pratibha, that we have witnessed that there is no ceasefire violation occurred after the Pahalgam carnage. Remember that 3 days after the Pahalgam carnage, the Pakistan resorted to the unprovoked ceasefire violation, and it's been the 2 weeks so that this has been the scene all across. But today it was largely peaceful. The people living in the far-flung area, borderline areas, they have been asked to stay before the sanitization process will be going on. We have yesterday reported from the line of control in the Chokibal. We saw how the people are returning their home with happy faces, praising the Indian Army, praising the government of India's efforts, so that their shelters have been all through targeted by the Pakistan Army during the ceasefire violation recently after the India carried out a strike on the Pakistan. So a better sense has prevailed. That's what the entire J&K is being witnessed. The life has returned to the normalcy in the Uri, in the Kupara, in the Jammu or elsewhere where the massive damage has occurred. So this is what has been the scene all across when it comes to the India's message to the Pakistan.
All right, Yavar, thank you for joining us with that update.